Hello and welcome to another episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. This is Beriathan of the Citadel Guard of Gondor, and we're back in Elderslade. We finally came here with LOTRO and Frothy, and now we can finally, at long last, venture out into the wild and start progressing through the many different quests that we have available in Elderslade. So the first stop for us, it seems it's gonna be Zarkul-sulun, which is just to the northwest of Anakkurfu. Most of the quests that we have right now take place in Zarkul-sulun, so that's where we're headed. If I'm not mistaken, it is that dwarven structure over there. Durin did mention that Elderslade is full of dwarven outposts, and well, the dwarves picked the one that would become Anakkurfu, but there are many more of those locations, so Zarkul-sulun is gonna be one of those.
I heard you would fight alongside us to reclaim Gundabad.
And I am pleased to learn that was not just a rumor. You see, I wanted to thank you. I believe you saved my life. When the great mass of goblins and orcs erupted from the deep places beneath Moria in the last great flood of evil that spelled defeat for the Iron Garrison, I was separated from my comrades. Sorry for the interruption. I was lost and alone in the darkness, cut off from my friends, and it seemed my end was truly at hand. But wait, I still had the map you helped me to prepare of the winding way, and by making use of it, I was able to find my way back to my retreating allies. So I thank you once again. Prince Durin has need of our mapping skill in the war effort, Beriathan. Take this parchment and scout the ruins and camps nearby. 2 old dwarf ruins, one to the northwest and one to the southwest. When you arrive at these, I ask that you draw them on the map. I think there must also be a work den further northwest, so map that too. In this way, Durin can fashion a plan of attack. Good fortune to you, and when you have finished, I will meet you further ahead at Sudramdan. Thalfi. Alright, I guess we gotta... Well, we don't have to do anything, but I want to remember a little bit about Thalfi and the maps we did in the Red Horn Lords. He's the Civil Master? No, but there's also a Thalfi in the Chamber of the Crossroads. Mapping the winding way. Okay, I think I remember that one now, yeah. Yeah, because we had to explore the different parts of the winding way. Yeah, I think I got it now. Not the exact quest, I'm still a little hazy on the details of that one. But I still, at least I know now what Thalfi is talking about. And here we have the Dwarf Scout.
Well met.
Hail, man. It is good to see a friendly face. I would rise to greet you, but I need a moment to catch my breath. I am indeed Laugi. I was on my way to scout a camp ahead when I was beset upon by the enemy. I made a good accounting of myself, but one of them nicked me before they fled.
Come and stay a moment.
If Gumbald sends you, then he must trust you. I must return to our base and get this quetch tended to, or my wife will never let me hear the end of it. I was on my way to scout the camp ahead when I was beset upon by the enemy. Will you go scout ahead and report your findings to Gumbald? Yeah. Yeah, it seems, well, somebody's gotta do it, and it seems that somebody is me right now. Oh, you're gonna give me more quests. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be rude. Well met, friend. The enemy is thick around the ruins of Zarkul-sulun. Anything you can do to thin their ranks will greatly help the cause. If it's some orcs, that's it, okay. Now, as I was saying, we are the ones in charge of this right now, so sit back, relax, go back to camp, and we'll take care of this for you. Oh, a universal solvent. Awesome. Once again, not every day you get a universal solvent is as a loot drop, so gotta take them whenever you can. An army would be spotted from far off by anyone in this watchtower. So we gotta destroy the watchtower then? Because we also got a deed. A hobgoblin slayer of Elderslade, 80 of those guys as well. Come on, fire the thing. Another watchtower and plentiful supplies. Yeah, I can see those there. Numerous foul-smelling cages and siege structures. Something is telling me, please do be a little bit more careful, but some other portion of me is saying, heck with it. More cage supplies and a dead end. Okay. Well, we have a missive in here. So I guess we gotta check this. Oh, and the corrupted crystal that we need to bring to Mother Amma as well. Alright, and what about this missive? Callahan, the crystal that Braga Fellwinder provided me has had astonishing results on our work friend. The results make the fetid stench almost worth it. I thought nothing could smell as rank as these orcs. I am not happy to have been proven wrong. I beg you again to move me to another camp, one that has other men in it if you please. You cannot still be upset about the ritual. I had no idea that the mixture could explode. Should not my teacher have warned me of such? I am not implying that it was your fault, of course. I must get more crystals from Braga. The cursed orcs are making a ruckus again. They make it so difficult to focus on my work. I will send this after I go and yell at them to settle down. Raklas will be hearing from me. I am at my very last nerve dealing with these creatures. But, yeah, it seems... They respawn, that's not what I was looking for. Actually, Gambit line healing. Might have a use for that. Oh, come on. I mean, the node that I picked is just that, I guess, so I guess we'll also need to let Mother Amma know about that node. Where am I supposed to be using this map? Here at the entrance, okay. You quickly sketch the Orcish defenses at Zarkul-sulûn. Yeah, down they go. Okay, Gunvald. He went back to Anna-Khurfu. Alright. So I guess... Before we go back to Anna-Khurfu, let us see what other location we can explore. Because I'm guessing there are still a lot of things for us to do. So all these that are ready to completion, we can do the Overlook. Kaivatsar, I don't think we can go there yet. The Gates of Gundavad. Sudramdan. Okay, no. That's something that we'll do later. The Scouting Party. We can do that. Because Sudramdan. Yeah, it's not that far, but really not that close either, so I guess we cannot do that just yet. Just gotta keep looking for some of the locations we need to visit for the other quests. French encounter, yeah, there is an overlook. Yeah, this is the overlook, okay. Is this one? The corpse of a dwarf scout lies on the ground. The scout holds a small dead bat. Many footprints are Orcish, but the most recent set belongs to a woman. This note contains another location and an apology. We just bring that to record, but I don't see the note or the apology, and I would very much like to read it. What a shame. I cannot read it. Alright, well, we gotta go back to Rekur, and Rekur is also at Anna-Khurfu, so we don't need to worry about that now. There was bloodshed here. This does not bode well for the scouts. No, it doesn't. At all. The trail of blood seems to point in the direction of the ruins of Shakal-atrâd. Which, as fate has it, it's another one of the locations we need to visit for other quests. Yeah, I'm going. Yeah, the trail of blood seems to point in the direction of Shakal-atrâd, and I guess now, yeah, we can map it. You sketch the outside of Shakal-atrâd, but all seems quiet. For now. But if the blood splatter comes here, it would seem the scouting party was killed and their bodies brought to Shakal-atrâd. I don't see any bodies. Maybe inside? The old dwarf ruins of Shakal-atrâd have been defiled by the forces of Gundavad for many years. Inside lies what remains of the last scouting party. You know what you must do. Honor them in any way that you are able. The old dwarf ruins of Shakal-atrâd have been defiled by the forces of Gundabad for many years. Inside gathers a party of Angmarim ritualists who have converted the old watchtower into an evil ritual shrine. The Angmarim must be defeated, and quickly. Yeah, nobody, but maybe we'll find the bodies of the dwarves inside the ruins, which is kind of sick and kind of disturbing, but yeah, there you go. And much like the Battle of Asanulbizar, there's no time to bury the dwarves, so we gotta burn them. Collected a memory. Alright, you're coming down. The blood has been smeared across the old dwarf watch. From what I remember, these ruins are really small. Just a couple levels at most. Let me pick the keepsake. Oh, come on. Yeah. A treasure cache. Awesome. All right. Rasmar Blood-rue. Okay. I hope I'm not trying to handle more than I can chew. The Angmarim priest is performing a ritual with the recently slain. Anything else I missed? No. Oh, that was it. I was trying to perform the ritual, but we stopped it. You have defeated many of the Angmarim who reside in the ruins of Shakal-atrâd. The dwarves in Elderslade will be grateful for your efforts on this day. Return to Lossi with the keepsakes. That's in Anakurfu. Alright. So yeah, this is a really small ruin. Fortress or whatever you want to call it. And we can technically try and go looking for the wargs. And add their layer to the map. But of course, somebody's attacking us because not all the enemies have finished loading. Come on. I'll wait. I don't think there's much else I can do. Alright. Indeed, enemy encampments of Elderslade. Gonna check that in just a moment. We're gonna add this to the map. You add a brief sketch of the paths of Howler's Notch to your map. And with that we can technically go to Sudrandan, but I think we gotta turn some of these quests in Anakurfu. Doesn't seem to be a quest for Howler's Notch yet. Maybe we'll get a new quest taking us here at some point. Because this also looks like a great place to hide a treasure cache, but I think we're gonna go back to Anakurfu now. Especially because I forgot, but now that we are in acquaintance status with them, I think we should be able to get the master to Anakurfu, and masters are always better than milestone skills. Would be great if I could get it.
Keeping in good cheer.
Oh, you returned with a crystal. I could smell you before you even entered the hall. Come then, give it here and let me see what we have.
No complaining.
My initial examination of the crystal you brought me is troubling, Beriathan. We need to learn more, but I require a larger amount to study. I have heard tale of more of these fell stones in the work camp Howler's Notch. Bring me what you find, that we might uncover their secrets. Was just there. Oh. Oh, come on. We gotta talk to Rekur. He's outside. Gunvald, he's upstairs. LOTRO outside. Lassie, it's right here. Alright.
We have come too far to turn back now.
A burnt dwarf is a dwarf with honor. You have my thanks in this sad task that you set for yourself. My thoughts have brightened with the news that you have returned with their keepsakes. Now their families will have something more than memories to hold.
There is much to be done, and little time for talk.
All dead? And slain by Angmarim? If I had known these evil men were in league with Gundabad, I would have sent out war parties, not just an agile scouting party. There is no time to grieve now, my friend. We shall mourn and grieve after Gundabad is taken.
In games I allow for chance.
Being able to defend and heal others is a sign of a good soldier. I trust that with your experience you've healed many a wound before. Several scouts around Anakurfu need aid. Do your best to patch them up and the healers will do a more thorough job later. Okay. That should be simple enough. That'll do. Hope it does. I'm no healer, but I'm doing my best. Much better, thank you. Many thanks. Thank you, friend. Yeah, that's what we are, friends. Now I guess the other ones should be upstairs as well. Gotta go back to the quartermaster, I can't forget that.
Have you a moment?
Laugi told me he asked you to think in the ranks of the enemies in Zarkul-sulun. Well done, friend. You have done for us a great service this day.
Yes.
Ah, you return. Laugi told me you were checking into the camp for us. My thanks. What have you found?
I?
Good work, Beriathan. The information you gather will help when we push forward to reclaim Zarkul-sulun. A scout returned while you were away with news of a war camp not far from where you found my clumsy brother. If you are still of a mind to help, make your way to Howler's Notch and put down as many of those abominations as you can. Good luck. Oh, and I have heard tale of a monstrous work in that area, so do be careful. Alright, at least it seems we got all the quests that would take us to Howler's Notch. Please let it be so.
What tales have you to tell?
Awesome. Master in Anakurfu. Give it to me. This is gonna be really coming really handy. But yeah, I guess I'll check the quartermaster later. I guess the missing scouts are gonna be outside Anakurfu. Okay, yeah. One scout in here. Thank you, and for helping Lassie too. Anytime. Doesn't hurt as much anymore.
Have you helped the dwarves in Elderslade? Good, good.
While you were away, we have been asking the dwarves here at Anakurfu. We also managed to versate each other in what we know. There are still some gaps in the story though, and something about that necklace does not sit right with us.
We should begin our search in Elderslade with the necklace made from Scatha's teeth.
Beriathan and I agree that we should begin our search in Elderslade with the necklace made from Scatha's teeth. Since it is a relic of those days which we can closely examine, perhaps it will provide a clue as to where Scatha hid. I am no expert on beasts, but to a trained eye, a beast's teeth may tell one much about a creature's eating habits and natural surroundings. Perhaps you should take a closer look of the teeth, Beriathan. You have much more experience with beasts than either Frothy or myself. Alright, I'll do it, but I can't promise anything. I'm not our master. Let us see. Did you find something? Give it here, will you? As you start cleaning the dust-coated tooth, you see some small hand-carved markings.
Let me take a closer look at these markings.
Yes, I see they are indeed carved. These markings are too precise to have been made from any battles the worm was in. For a moment I had wondered if this was a runic inscription, but I have studied much of Rhoyseta's stone in Erebor, and these markings are not any form of dwarf writing. That much is certain. Oh, do you see this curved marking with a round indent in its center? It is different than the others, and if I am not mistaken, looks exactly like the Lake of Beriathan here in Elderslade. I believe this is a map. It is a crude map, but a map all the same.
This is a very exciting discovery.
If this map was carved by Fram, it certainly changes how we should perceive this missive to the dwarves. With all the layers of dust on this tooth, I would say the tooth had not been touched since Thrain discarded the necklace in some forgotten vault of Erebor. Now I have more questions than answers, as any historian should. What I do know, however, is that we must follow this map to see where it leads. We should head to the shores of Dirkvat as soon as we are ready. Where is that lake? Ah, okay. To the northwest as well. Alright, we can do that. Eventually, I guess. Here we have Rekur.
Durin's folk shall endure, as we always have.
What news, Beriathan? You tell him of your discovery. His face falls when you describe the scout's appearance. Alas, I knew him. Gavinus was a dear friend. I've been waiting for him to return. It's a dark day indeed, but I'll mourn later.
Our need is dire.
Where's the Orcs? Gavin must have discovered something foul, I'm sure of it. I don't understand why he was holding a bat, but if we want to find out, we'll have to investigate ourselves. The scouts are busy enough. This note directs you to follow the road eastward past the Aighrig bridge, before the road cuts into the Cradling River. Look for the overlook to the south. Going there may reveal something about both the messenger and Gavin's defeat, but stay cautious. Alright, so where do we go first? East or west? Good question.
Put your back to the past and to the wind.
You did well. Seems like they'll sleep soundly tonight. For a moment, the harsh features of the dwarf's face softened. Thank you. Alright, and that was it for Lassie. Cool. Ah, and with this we have finished the wrapper for Agatur. Alright, even better. That's great. Here, if you don't mind, Agatur. You have assisted everyone at Anak Kurfu. You always seem to find a way to impress me, Beriathan. Now then, let us see how your talents might best serve the Gabil'akkâ next. I have just received word that the Gabil'akkâ have secured Sudramdam to the north. This is indeed a victory, as Sudramdam is a strategic point for staging an assault against Gundabad. You must travel to Sudramdam immediately, as we will need as many warriors there as is possible.
As we always have.
On your way there, place some banners along the road to bring strength to all in the Gabil'akkâ. I believe that our friend Nath was one of the group that took Sudramdam. If you see him, give him my thanks. Alright, so we are now ready to proceed to Sudramdam, it seems. Technically, at least. We still have a couple quests for Anak Kurfu, but at least we're making good progress. That's great. Alrighty then. Yeah, let us go to the Overlook, then to the east. I don't feel comfortable going to the west first, knowing that we are also ready to continue the next stage of the journey, but there are still a couple things, well, more than a couple actually, that we can do in Anak Kurfu. So yeah, let us see. Hopefully we'll have enough time today to investigate this outlook and go back to Howler's Notch. At least those two things we should be able to do today. Alright, back with Nagli and his group. Kadashgara. You're still sure you don't want to come with us to Gundabad, right? There are fresh footprints in the earth. An Angmarim rushes towards you. Footsteps approach and a voice calls out from nearby. And here we have Aighrig. Give me just a moment. And we'll take a picture of her. Alright, let us talk to her now. Hail, stranger, I am Aighrig. When Lukak, my bat, approached you instead of Rekur, I knew I had to measure your abilities and trustworthiness. That is why I led that Angmarim here. I mean you no harm. I had not been planning on revealing myself so soon, but there are some goals better achieved together than alone. Unfortunately, the truth behind the scout's death eludes me, but perhaps we can recover whatever information was lost. While you have every right to distrust me, I believe that my actions will speak louder. I was in the process of tracking down Gundabad's scouts who signal attacks on the dwarf supply trains. Perhaps you would like to join me. We should follow the road back to Anna-Kurfu and defeat any scouts we come across. Call for me when you wish to begin. I am ready. Gundabad's scouts. Yeah, I remember seeing... Yeah. Around this area. So at least we have one. Oh, Anna-Kurfu and Zarkul-sulun in the distance, and Shakal-atrâd as well. Enjoying the views in Elderslade a lot more the second time around, which I know I had already told you before at many other points in the game, but it's true. Many of these things get better the second time around. You're fighting the warg too? Oh, come on. Alright, that's scout number 3. I can see a scout number 4 there on the horizon. And with floating names back on, it's even easier. Okay, and the last one. We are done here. I will venture ahead and meet you at Anna-Kurfu. Rekur may be waiting for you. Alright, so it seems we were right on a coming to this quest first. It was really short, but it's not the end of the quest line, and maybe now we'll need to venture with Aighrig to the western side of Elderslade. And maybe we'll get a couple more quests that complement each other. God, why do I always miss the U-turn? We were there basically, but I always miss it. Oh, what a beautiful dawn. What a beautiful sunrise, actually. It's great. Alright, back to Rekur now. Beriathan, this stranger, Aighrig, claimed that she is the messenger. I'll admit, Tevat is awfully friendly towards her. Maybe she's telling the truth. You relate everything that has transpired. Rekur raises an eyebrow. What a strange turn of events. Normally, I would not so easily trust a stranger, but if she's been tracking orcs attacking our supply trains, she must be the one who healed me after that ambush. I'll trust her for now. The more help we can get, the better our chances at solving this mystery.
Our need is dire.
Maybe we'll learn something if we set our sights higher. It's clear that Galfin was killed by orcs. According to the scouts, the orc Ufluk commands the camp Zarkul-sulun to the west. If anyone has the information Gavin was trying to bring back, it would be Ufluk. But I wouldn't ask for you to venture forth alone. This could be another chance for Aighrig to prove herself to us, if she is willing. I was just feeding Lukak. She has been very brave lately, but yes, I would be happy to aid you in your hunt. I do not think a commander such as Ufluk will be caught off guard wandering around. There must be a war horn in the orc camp that we can use to trick him into emerging. Oh, come on, I was I was there just a few minutes ago. Aighrig. Come on. Back to Zarkul-sulûn. I didn't think we'll need to do that, but, well, here we are. Now, this river in here, you can follow it to the south, and it will eventually become the Twin Mantle. So, technically, you can follow the course of the river and then jump at the waterfall. You will land right next to the waterfall in Mist Hollow, I think, to the Twin Mantle, and still trigger the discovery of the landmark, but to be honest with you, I have not tried that. I mean, if you're gonna jump to your death, might as well do it in Framsburg when you are already there. Oh, come on. Alright, there we have the war horn. Ah, not the fight I was expecting, but I'll take it. Die, you filth! The report lies crumpled among of Rufluk's belongings. This report details the health of bats under the Angmarim care. They are raising and training bats for the Orcs. Perhaps this is what Gavin discovered. A troubled expression falls upon Aigrig's face. The one who wrote this report is someone named Latharn. Beriathan, I recognize that name. It belongs to an Angmarim who is an accomplished beast tamer, but that is all I know. I believe I know where the Angmarim are raising their bats. May I ask you to bring this report to Rekur? I am sorry, but I must investigate alone. Alright, she left. We need to go back to Rekur anyways, so might as well go to... back to the wargs, basically, and do that as well. Now, we can technically also plant the first banner in our road to Sudrandam here, but I think I want to save that for when we're actually going there. I think it would flow better if we plant all 4 banners at once. So we're gonna wait before doing that. And here we have our first glimpse of Gundabad. In the distance, the mountain home, which I remember when Dwarf 3 Peaks was initially released, a lot of people were really liking Gundabad's style. It looks dwarven, but not in the same style as all the other dwarven places we've been in so far, which drives to the point that this is a very ancient place. So ancient in fact that it no longer resembles the other dwarven settlements. even though you can still see some of the connections, but that's the outside, because in the inside, Gundabad and Moria have a lot of things in common, and we'll get to see that when we finally enter Gundabad, but we are not there yet. And we're still ways off before we enter Gundabad. So yeah, for the time being, this is all we can see of the mountain home. Gotta be patient. But that doesn't mean we cannot take pictures whenever we can. Go. Now, do we enter the cave in here? Or everything is found outside? I don't remember. Or we keep climbing, I don't know. No. This is something that we can enter. Ah, yeah. This place I also know. Many of the locations in Elderslade were also used for missions, so that's where I remember them from. But at least, thanks to that, I know the lay of the land inside this place. And if we're gonna defeat the warg leader in here, I think it's on the upper levels. But for the time being, we have a treasure cache in here. 3 out of 14. Still missing a lot of them. Defeat the Den Mother. Exactly, that's what I thought. Titular shard. Awesome. Again, now that those shards are not endgame material anymore, maybe there's not a lot of things you can do with them, but I still want to check. There's gotta be something useful that we can get out of them. Oh my god, you were not there when I entered. God, you scared the bejesus out of me. You are an ugly thing. And sneaking around people like that. Oh my god. Don't do that again. Well, you're not doing that again, of course. I'm taking care of that one. Defeated the Den Mother. And that seems to be it. Yeah, that's it. We can go back to Anakurfu now, and thank God we have the Master, because the Master actually takes you outside Anakurfu, and well, Wrecker is outside. We gotta talk to him. Lukac flew off not too long ago, and where is Aighrig? This doesn't bode well. Record patiently listens to your account of what happened before reading through the report you found. Why does Aighrig require such secrecy? Though I suppose we can only wait for her. The Orcs had a hand in Gaffin's death, and now the Angmarim might have too. Gaffin, my old friend, why did you get yourself into? Soon after we began investigating Gaffin's death, scouts reported Angmarim activity nearby. The Angmarim appeared to be searching for something.
Folk shall endure, as we always have.
The Angmarim appear to be searching for something, but we can't venture close enough without meeting the pointy end of a dwarf blade. They are too craving to attack us openly, but they aren't welcome. I'd wager a couple have settled themselves behind Anna-Kurfu while others watch the path leading up here. You won't have to look far. Find out why they are skulking around while getting rid of them, of course. Yeah, I think I've seen them. Let me double check before we enter the fortress. Yeah, I think when I was looking for the dwarf markers around Anna-Kurfu that I never found, I did see some of those Angmarim. Yeah, take a look at this guy. Trying to sneak around on us. The scout has orders from Latharn to capture Aighrig for betraying the Trév Dúvardain. You remember the Trév Dúvardain, right? Back in our time in Angmar, almost 500 episodes ago. Can you believe that? We've come a long way. A long way indeed. And I really liked how the devs brought back the Trév Dúvardain 4Ds. It's an enemy we already know, that we are familiar with. And it of course beats creating new enemies without need for that. So yeah, I'm all for it, for reusing the Trév Dúvardain. As you can see here, the model of the banners also changes, and I don't know exactly why. What exactly makes it change? Because this, as far as I know, this is the banner of the Gabil'akkâ, but why is it changing? I don't know. Alright, with this we can go back to record again. Yeah, you don't want to fight me. I'm in a hurry as well, so it's on you.
Yes?
The Trév Dúvardain, the hillmen who ally with Angmar. I can see now why Aighrig would shroud her actions from us. Still, if the Angmarim are hunting her down, her alliances are clear. We ought to help her.
Our need is dire.
Lukac flew back while you were gone and pestered me to no end. I believe she wants to lead me somewhere, but I can't abandon my post, nor does she seem to trust anyone other than us. Please follow her, Beriathan. I have a feeling that you'll find Aighrig at the end of all this. Yeah, we're gonna talk to Lukac in just a moment, but... well, Mother Amma... Has been waiting forever, Mother Amma and Gunvald, for us to bring the news of what we're doing.
Make sure to do your share of the work.
Oh, I thought I was accustomed to the stench of these orcs by now, but with so many in one place it is nearly overwhelming. Ah yes, these stones hold even more of the corruption than the first you brought hither. I suppose that explains the enhanced smell. Put them into that chest there, will you? That should help keep the fumes contained while I study each one.
No complaining.
Phew. Thank you, Beriathan. That was worse than Sar's sulfur. I shall need some time to examine the crystals you brought. Go now and tell Gunvald to keep his scouts away from these abominations, then return to me. Well, what are the chances? I needed to talk to Gunvald anyway.
Our need is dire.
I was wondering what that smell was. Thank you for the information, Beriathan. I will let my scouts know to give these crystals a wide berth. Please thank Mother Amma for me.
Yes.
You found and killed a pack and its leader. A grisly deed, to be sure, but we could not have the works at our backs as we press forward to the wall.
Yes.
You have done much to thin the ranks of the enemy, Beriathan. Our scouts have thus been able to slip closer to the walls of Gundabad. If you're still able to help, bring this scroll to the scout Borghild and lend her what help she may need. Where is she exactly? I'm not sure. We'll check the map in just a moment. As soon as we exit.
Keeping in good cheer?
That Gunvald is a solid rock. Always has the proper amount of courtesy.
Make sure to do your share of the work.
Beriathan, I am deeply concerned about these felled rocks. I have consulted the Gem Cutter family tome, and I believe that these crystals are of the element called Sarrowstone. The rocks you have found appear to have been altered in some way, however. There is some unholy power in these Sarrowstones that seems responsible for the mutations in the works you have been battling. I have crushed a few of these stones on my anvil, and the corruption dissipates like dust when they are destroyed. I hear that you are heading north to battle more of the enemy at Malkorslash. Whilst there, shatter any Sarrowstones you come across, my friend. Am I going to Malkorslash? Not yet, but... One of the scouts brought back a few pieces of parchment they found scattered around Elderslade. They seem to be a part of an account recording a study into the strange crystals. Perhaps if you locate the rest, we might unlock the secrets of the stones and discover their creator. But I don't have any part of the journal with me right now, so the note that we found in Zarkul-sulun, what was it? Well, I don't think we have enough time for today, but I just want to talk to Lukag and see, because I think, yeah, we need to do an instance and see what's going on with Aighrig, but we don't have time enough for that today, so join me next time. We'll do exactly that, and then we'll go looking for the other scouts and the other the other quests that we have available as well. For the time being though, this has been all on today's episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. Once again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you on the next one. Until then, my friends, stay safe, take care, good luck to you all, and I will see you later. Garalif is saying goodbye as well, so we'll both see you on the next one.